All right, let's get into it. We are about to explore a version of history that, well, let's just say it's not the one you learned in school. This is a story of pure, unadulterated, cosmic mismanagement. So let me just throw this out there to get us started. What if everything you think you know about our past, our evolution, our myths, our entire history, what if it's all just the result of some cosmic project that went completely spectacularly wrong?
Yeah, that's the big idea here. This is the version you definitely didn't get in history class. It's a totally different take on everything, suggesting our past is built on secrets, accidents, and, a whole lot of alien screw-ups.
So our story kicks off with a project that was pretty much doomed from the start. Just picture this, a group of ancient, super advanced scientists, the story calls them the Anunnaki, and they show up to this barren, lifeless rock. Their goal? To get life started on this little planet we call Earth. Their plan seemed simple, right? Before any life was here, they just seeded the planet with their specially engineered bacteria. And then they kicked back and waited for their masterpiece to unfold. And what was the result of this grand cosmic experiment? Zero. Zilch. Absolutely nothing happened. It was a complete flop. So it was right back to the drawing board for these cosmic geniuses. And this, my friends, brings us to what you could only call the dinosaur debacle. After that first failure, the Anunnaki decided to go with the classic more power strategy. And, as you're about to see, this was a truly terrible idea. So how did they mess up so badly this time? Well, first, they tweaked the formula a bit. Then they basically added the cosmic equivalent of steroids. And what happened? They accidentally created dinosaurs. And here was the big problem. They were way too big, way too aggressive, and, well, they started eating the researchers. Yeah, a bit of a workplace safety issue. So how do you fix a planet-sized problem that you created? Well, according to this story, you just hit the big red reset button. One conveniently aimed asteroid later, and the whole dinosaur experiment was officially, and very violently, shut down. So after that little planetary reset, the experiment moved on to its next phase, humanity, the bizarre reboot. Our origin story here isn't some graceful tale of evolution. Oh no. It's a messy mix of ambition, a ton of genetic accidents, and some serious interstellar disappointment. And this is where things get really wild. You know all those monsters from our myths and legends? Well, what if they weren't myths at all? What if they were just byproducts, the messy leftover bits from this chaotic, ongoing experiment? I'm talking about creatures like satyrs, centaurs, minotaurs, even the Nephilim, the giants from ancient texts. The idea here is that they weren't fantasy. They were real, living hybrids, maybe failed experiments, maybe some kind of cosmic protectors that just ended up becoming the stuff of legend. All of this points to one massive conclusion: a great cosmic cover-up. The theory is that our most ancient myths, they're not just stories. They are the garbled, misunderstood historical records of a time when all this was actually happening. Think about it like this. What was really an Anunnaki civil war got remembered as the War of the Gods. Their unbelievable advanced technology was just seen as divine miracles, and their interstellar starships, people called them fiery chariots. You start to see the pattern, right? So every legend, every god, every hero, every monster, it's all supposedly based on real beings and actual events that happened long, long before we ever started writing things down. Our folklore is just the faded echo of their reality. Now, this whole wild story is told with a huge dose of satire. The point isn't just to float some crazy theory, it's to take you on this sharp, funny, and really eye-opening journey through evolution, mythology, and of course, cosmic mismanagement on a spectacular scale. So who is this for? Well, it's a must-read for anyone who loves digging into ancient mysteries and what you might call forbidden history, but also has a sense of humor that bites back. It's for the curious, for sure. The book that lays out this entire wild, satirical, and kind of thought-provoking version of our history is called The Cosmic Connection. So if your curiosity is piqued and you want to dive into the full, hilarious story of our supposed cosmic origins, you can find The Cosmic Connection available now on Amazon.